How do I stand in second circles? So first of all, let's see if we can get some balance. Because one of the things that I really like to work with is getting the point of gravity down from the brain to the center of the body, which is somewhere here. So put your feet hip-width apart. If you're standing too close with your legs, or if your legs were like this, what circle would that be a clue for? First, exactly. If you were standing like this. Right, so hip-width apart, aligned, relaxed knees, and then you can start shaking your gravity down a bit. And feel how you're getting more and more solidly anchored in the floor. And then the lower part of your body is now really heavy and solid, anchored in the floor, and the spine is growing up from your sacrum and aspiring towards the ceiling. So you're gaining 1 or 2 centimeters here, right? So we're nice and straight. Now what about the arms? So now maybe you will have to turn around 90 degrees so you have room to stretch out your arms. And what if I would push my chest like this? What circle would that be? Third circle, yeah. And if I'm a bit more like this? Third circle. So where can I find the middle? So where I'm really tall to start with. My shoulders are far away from my ears. And imagine you're in an elevator. So you're pushing the walls of the elevator. Having a nice open chest, but you're also open in your upper back. And then you just let your arms go. So that was the height and the width. Now what about the forward-backward dimension? So you can play around a bit, and this is where I'm going to take it easy now. So weight on your heels and weight on your toes. Play with it. See, what does it feel like? Where do I feel most at home? So if you would naturally want to stand with the weight of your heels, what circle would that be? One, yeah. I'm leaning away from you. So I look nice and tall, but actually I'm keeping my distance, right? So I don't know if there's a third one in this, but the second one would actually be where you have your weight on the balls of your feet. So you're leaning slightly forward. At the top axis is maybe about 2 centimeters from the vertical axis. I'm leaning into the people that I want to talk to. And I try to feel this comfortable and natural, because it may not be for you, right? And then, what about the voice? What about the breath? Let's just put some fingers here on the soft spot just under your ribs, your diaphragm. And then release a little sigh of relief, a pleasant sigh of relief. Like, nice to see you here tonight, anyway. And Jackie too. Do it a couple of times. And then now to check that we're in second circle, put your hand up in front of you, about 30 centimeters from your face. And imagine that this is a person you are talking to. And then release this little sigh of relief to your hand in second circle. You're just releasing it, letting it go. A pleasant sigh of relief. Here we go. And once more. Then to contrast it, we have to check that it's really in second. So now hold it back. Just send the sigh halfway to your hand in first circle. What does that feel like? It's really a half-hearted sigh, isn't it? Right? And then in third, we'll be pushing it beyond your hand. Noisy one. A forced sigh. And then come back to second. And now we put some sound on it. Just ah. 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 Yeah, nice. And you can take your hand down. Now you have your voice in second. You've calibrated it where you're not holding it back, you're not pushing it, but you're just releasing it out of your body. Other than this, the posture, how you stand, and your voice, your breathing, what would be a crucial determinator of being in a second circle? It's something in the face. Eye contact, exactly. So now, turn around to the person who's standing closest to you, and let's see if we can form couples. If not, you can work in three. Does everyone have a partner? Three here, if anyone needs. There's three here. Okay, so now face your nice partner, look them in the eyes, and release this little sigh of relief in second circle. And the next time you say, "Oh, I'm so glad you came tonight." Yeah. And this was the first. This was easy. Now we'll add a little bit. And actually it might make it easier, because I don't know if you were noticing the speakers, the four speakers that we saw here before. When did you feel, in hindsight, if you would apply this concept on them, when did you feel that people were most clearly in the second circle? Any clues?
Towards the end?
Towards the end, sometimes, not always, but when they were emotionally engaged. For good and for bad, positive or negative emotions. When you're emotionally engaged, it's easier to be 100% focused and engaged in second circle. Therefore, I suggest that you practice now with your partner. You take turns. You give feedback after, and I'm going to give you the phrase soon. You give feedback after saying, yes, I think that was in second because you did this and this and that. Or you say, actually, it felt like first. So this is not an absolute science. It's subjective. So you give your subjective feedback, say, I wasn't completely drawn in because there was something distracting me. Try again and see if you can get it in second. So use a phrase on the lines of, when I see the sun rise over the mountains, that makes me really happy. It makes me want to sing and dance. So that's a positive emotion statement. Or, when I see my husband not having put on the top of the toothpaste tube again, it makes me want to spray toothpaste all over his pillow. Negative emotion. So pick one positive, negative emotion statement and say it to your partner being in second circle, and see what feedback you get. And then you take, when you're done, you take turns. So let's take about 4 or 5 minutes to do this. Go ahead.
It was really
Yeah.
Let's have a little debrief, but please take your chairs again. That way it would be easier to see and hear everyone.